coming at you today with another figure review. This is a figure review I'm really excited about. Was able to make a purchase online of the Slash and Leatherhead. I went ahead and jumped out there in front of this one and grabbed it online, and obviously you know what that means. You got to pay a little bit of a premium in order to pick these up early, but I wanted to do that to go ahead and get a review out there for you guys, as well as get hold of it myself. So today we're taking a look at Slash and Leatherhead. This is from the new Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon line. So these are repaints of the video game line that we've already gotten, but they are really nice repaints that I think they've done a great job from what I can see here in the package right now. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it. The package is very reminiscent of all the previous packages that we received from this cartoon line. We've got some kind of nice cartoon-y artwork of Slash and Leatherhead down here in the bottom. Got Slash and Leatherhead written across the top. Nickelodeon's got their branding here in the corner. As we flip on around to the side, we've just got some product images of Leatherhead. We got additional product images here. We've also got some additional 2-pack product images. We've got the Casey Jones and Foot Soldier, which I'm still on the hunt for. We've got the April and Foot Soldier 2-pack, which I have not seen that it's out there yet. If it is, let me know if any guys have seen or spotted that. I don't believe it's hit shelves yet, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Neca's been pumping out so much product lately. And then the Bebop and Rocksteady, which has been out for a while now, and I do have, which we'll do some comparisons with those guys. Then on this end, we've got just another product image of Slash. So let's go ahead and crack this box open, see what we got inside, guys. All right, guys, so we got Leatherhead and Slash out of their packaging. And as you can see, we got Leatherhead kind of in the back waiting his turn for review. We're going to go ahead and focus on Slash first. So in looking at Slash, he does look fantastic. He looks just like he came out of the cartoon. I want to say this guy came in season 4 of the cartoon. And as we know, he was a Bebop and Rocksteady creation. This was his Bebop's pet turtle. So in going with that storyline, Neca went ahead and threw in baby Slash, or little turtle Slash, I guess you could say. It's just a small, non-articulated version of Slash, how he was in his little aquarium that Bebop was keeping him in. So that's really nice. And then really one of the focal points of the entire episode, or Slash's origin episode, is the palm tree, which I believe maybe he called something like Binky or whatever he called it. But this was the focal point of the story. After Bebop and Rocksteady had created Slash, they pulled him out of his aquarium and put the mutagen on him. They ended up having to use his palm tree from his aquarium, which was his favorite thing in the world, to entice him to do their work around their lair, I guess the Technodrome, and they ended up losing this in the sewer system, in which Slash kind of went on a rampage through the city trying to find. Now they also gave us a half-eaten pizza. As you know from the cartoon, Slash was a huge fan of pizza, so that's a really nice kind of half-eaten version with pepperonis. He also got his 2 weapons from that episode, and if you watch the episode, you will see these were actually Shredder's Shaolin swords that he steals off the wall of the Technodrome and makes his own. So he carries these around and uses them against the turtles, and real nice. They're painted, they're sculpted. The line here in the middle, the indentation is sculpted in, and then it's got some black paint. Paint there on the handles there. So really nice. Very reminiscent of what he had in the cartoon. Then he comes with 2 guns. Now these guns did not appear in the cartoon, but they look really nice and they're really well done. Got a little bit of black smudging in some areas on mine, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'll consider that a weathered look. Looks really nice. Got a little bit of extra plastic kind of dangling around down in there where the, but yeah, looks like it's fully painted, gray, purple, black, some accents of yellow and white. Looks really nice. And then you've got another gun that did not appear in that origin episode, but it looks really good. This is kind of movable, and it's because really the only thing holding on are these little tubes here. They are soft plastic, which allows it to move around some. Now, you wouldn't want to move that around a lot. I could see that causing a problem over time from a durability standpoint. It looks really good. It's fully painted, fully sculpted, did a good job. Paint lacks a little bit. You can see here where the paint's just kind of messy in this area. But I don't plan on using the guns. Really, I'm going to kind of go with more of that first appearance look, which is with the swords. So I'm okay with the paint app issues. So looking into the figure itself, take a look here at Slash. He looks really good. He's got kind of those snaggled teeth that we saw in the cartoon episode. I mean, this guy really, you can tell they just took a picture from the cartoon and said, make this guy. Now, this part here was not in the original episode. I'm not 100% sure when this got picked up. It could have been later on. I just don't remember it because I've probably not seen that episode as much. At the end, I do remember he ends up going back into Dimension X, kind of on a rocket ship. So I'm sure at some point he picks up these additional guns and backpack. I just can't remember it right offhand. But everything looks really nice. You can see here the spikes on the back are real well done. They are painted. They have a little bit of, I don't want to say defect, but, typically with $20–$25 figures, you're going to see some paint app issues, and we do see that here on Slash. But looks really, really nice. Got the claws there on his toes and his hands. You can see that. Looks really good, just like the cartoon. The belt here is a kind of soft plastic. It does wrap around. It is secured in place. Even the front of his shell here is a soft plastic. Let's see if I can see that. It's a soft plastic. Pretty much everything here, all the spikes are very soft, so you're not gonna have to worry about those, breaking off. Probably your biggest concern there would just be paint rub or, scuffing, that type of stuff. These are soft here, the shoulder armor. So it just looks really, really nice. So this is secured with a soft belt that actually wraps all the way around and back around here. It does not look like you will be able to take that off without actually cutting it off. So I don't plan to do that, but if you wanted to, you certainly could, and it looks like it would work in order to do that. I don't think it would be an issue. It would not be hard. Probably could just cut right through that plastic there, and take it right off. If somebody knows of a way to pull this off, are you able to pull these out? Could these potentially come out and back in, and then you wouldn't have to cut it? I don't know. If somebody knows the answer to that, let me know. If it's a simple way to get it off without destroying it, I would probably prefer to have this off because it wasn't in the original cartoon for him. As far as articulation, we'll just kind of run through it really fast. We get a good bit of up. Very, very happy with that. Not much down. It's about straightforward. You can get him all the way around, 360. You get the arm up to about right there. Very tight joints on these NECA figures as normal, so you want to be careful with that. Single jointed elbow to about right there. Wrist articulation, very tight again, as NECA typically is. So you can get it in and out, full 360. Get the legs up to there, and back to there. Got a double jointed knee, which we can get to there. Very nice. Ankle articulation, side to side, full 360. a little bit down, a little bit up. All right, guys, so that's our Slash figure. Very happy with this guy. Let's go ahead and move on into Leatherhead, who I think I'm even more excited about. Let's see what he's got going on. All right, guys, so moving into Leatherhead, which I'm really excited about. This was definitely one of my all-time favorite episodes, was kind of the origin of Leatherhead. We had the mutant frogs in the episode. We got to see Baby Shredder for the first time when he jumps in the lake of youth, which was affected by the mutagen, obviously. So really excited to get this guy. I can remember even as a kid, I even just liked his voice. He kind of had that Cajun voice, that Cajun accent. So it was really cool. Wanted to show you this first. He does come with his tail separate, just to save packaging or save room in the packaging. So you basically are just, it is an articulated tail, so you can see it has a ball joint there in the tail. So you're basically just gonna pop that in. Easier said than done. Let me do this off camera real fast. Give me just a second here. Okay, guys, so we did get the tail on. Looks good when it's on. Very little to no articulation. You can see it slightly goes back and forth. You could force just a hair more out of it. Nothing really up and down. The way it slides into that groove, it just really doesn't allow for much of, if any, movement. However, I will go ahead and give you the heads up. You don't want, when you're pushing this in, you don't want to put pressure on these kind of the ridges on his tail. I kind of created a little bit of almost like a paint break in mine there when I did that. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you hold it by the sides and push it in there. It is very tough to get in. Just kind of giving you guys a heads up on that. So we've got Leatherhead here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of his accessories. So we get a net, a very nice net. So my assumption here in his origin episode, he does catch the turtles in a net in a tree. So I'm thinking maybe this is kind of a throwback or a shout out to that moment. And this may be kind of the same thing. This is just a really nice actual, I mean, it's actually rope material, very nice quality. Kind of formed with a little bit of a hoop here at the end that you could wrap around a turtle, or set up if you wanted to dangle it from a tree and set up a kind of something to grab somebody by the ankle as they walk by. All the things that Leatherhead would do with those type of things kind of out there in Louisiana. So he also comes with kind of this bear trap. So this is a fully articulated bear trap. So you can see it's just painted in gray. The mouth does open. So that's very nice. He actually wears this on his belt in the show. So we'll see if we can affix it to his belt. He has a spot that looks like it could hold it right here. And if he does hold it here, this would be accurate because he did wear it back on his the back of his left hip there. So we'll see if we can make that work. It is a kind of a soft plastic. However, I think it's not so soft that it wouldn't break. So it's definitely something you want to be careful with. And it does look like that will affix right to his belt. Looks really nice. So that is extremely screen accurate. Very nice detail by Neca for that. Now, next up, he comes with 2 lobsters. So you can see these are painted and fully sculpted. They look very nice. So he wears these on his belt as well. And actually in the episode, he uses them almost like a handcuff when he has captured the mutant frogs, Napoleon and those guys. So he uses them to kind of handcuff them in the episode. Now, there's really not anything here to specifically affix them to this area. So he's got these 2 little hang kind of, I guess almost like you would hang something with a hook on, but there's really nothing here to affix them to other than their claws. So you could kind of hook them that way. That's not the way they hung in the show. In the show they hung this way from the belt, but you could, you know, do something like that to make them hook to the belt. So a couple more nice accessories. Next up, he does have, this is actually a little metal chain. Probably not super durable. I wouldn't put a whole bunch of stress on it, but what it's kind of made for, I've got Donatello here from the line. You can take it and affix it around his neck, and Leatherhead would be able to, you know, hold the turtle in place with this, kind of take him captive. So that's a pretty nice little feature there as well. This would easily break this little hinge here. It would not take much to break that off. So again, I would be very careful with that. It comes with multiple hand options. He's got kind of some open and relaxed hands for kind of grabbing or looking like he's going to grab hold of something. So those two, and then he's got a hand to hold the gun, hold his gun, which we'll talk about in a second, and another hand to hold his gun. I guess this would really be the gun hand with the trigger finger, but this one you could work it out as well. But this would also be good for holding the lobsters or the chain or the rope. And then he comes with the two fist hands that we see on him right now. And then last, he does have kind of a double barrel gun here. Well, it looks like ketchup bottles on the end of the gun, but this is very nice. Very painted. Everything's painted on it. Nice sculpted detail. Looks really good. So that's it for his accessories. Taking a look at him himself, I'm going to go ahead and pop this off his belt. Hopefully we can do it without breaking it. You can see this little thing here. We can all imagine how easy that could break off. One side of that ring could break off. One neat thing that I do want to go ahead and point out, look at that face. It looks great. This is an articulated jaw looking inside. You can see the tongue and everything is in there. It's all sculpted and painted. Looks really, really nice. Got a little bit of lack of paint here, I think, kind of on the teeth area. So would have been nice to have those painted white. Looks like some may be chipped off. We've also got a little bit of paint flaw here in the ankle area for this guy, where when I started to articulate the ankle, it basically rubbed all the paint off. So I may check with Neca on that and see if maybe they'll do a replacement leg. I would love to replace that. But it may do it on all of them. I'm not sure. So as you guys pick it up, let me know, is that something you're seeing on yours? As far as articulation in the head, this guy is extremely limited. We can go all the way around, but it's very, very tight. Up and down, little to none on this guy. As far as his shoulders, we can get up to about right there comfortably. We do have a double jointed elbow for Leatherhead that we did not get. We did not see that on Slash. He just had the single joint. And then as far as his wrist, you've got the full 360, and he's got a little bit in and out, but not a whole lot. He's just a bigger, bulkier character. My assumption right now is that he is the biggest character that they've done to date in the cartoon lines, but we'll see that when we go to doing some of our size comparisons. Metalhead and him is going to be pretty close as far as size. As far as down here in the leg area, you can see we can get the leg out to about right there. It does have a swivel here in the thigh, so you can swivel that thigh ever so slightly back and forth. We do have double jointed knees here. If we can get that up. I don't want to push it too much. As we know, a NECA can be a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress that right now on camera, but you can see it is a double jointed knee there that you have. And then down here, again, you can already see where we've got that going on, but you've got a lot of up and down motion, and a lot of out and a good bit in. So pretty good articulation for such a big guy there in those ankles. And then a little bit here in the waist. It looks like it may go all the way around. I'm not going to stress it. So you can see not much back and forth. That's about as much as you can get. All right, so there is our quick review of Slash. I think these are phenomenal figures. They're going to look excellent sitting up on a shelf. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons and we'll wrap up our video. All right, guys, so we got kind of an array of guys from this cartoon line. You can see here that, not sure how well you can see it, but Leatherhead is the tallest of the bunch at this point, and probably close to the bulkiest. Him and Leatherhead and Rocksteady are all very similar as far as their bulk and size. Even height-wise, they're very, very close, but Leatherhead does inch them out by just a hair. But man, this line is really coming together. Each time they add something new to it, I'm just more impressed than I was with the last piece. I think Neca knocked it out of the park with Slash and Leatherhead. We got Metalhead here recently. If you haven't seen that review, I'll throw a link up above. Check out my review of Leatherhead. But this is a phenomenal line. Still looking for that Casey Jones Foot Soldier 2-pack for this line, so hopefully we'll get that soon. If we want to, we can throw in just a movie turtle here, just so you guys can kind of see where the movie figures stack up as far as size. So we'll just throw in the Raphael. Even though this is the Raphael in disguise, you know, it'll just give you kind of a visual of what that size looks like. Leatherhead, Rocksteady, Metalhead, they're all bigger even than the movie line turtle figures are. So pretty cool, but obviously the movie figures are a good bit bigger than the cartoon versions of the turtles. But yeah, guys, here it is. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Plenty of content on the way. Check out a lot of my previous content. I've done a lot of reviews on the cartoon line stuff. I guess pretty much covered everything that has been put out so far. So check those out. That like button, that really helps get my videos shared. So, I greatly appreciate any likes that you guys can shoot my way. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Put a comment down below if you found these guys or you're looking for them, what you've been finding out in the wild. I love toy hunts. I'd love to hear what you guys are finding. It also kind of lets me know what's hitting the shelves, so I'm always appreciative of that. You guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.